When I say great late rut weather, most people think of chilly temperatures, but that's not the case in this next vintage hunt. This week, we'll catch up with longtime DoD producer Dave Reisner as he tries to get it done on this giant during a not-so-typical rut. I'm Taylor Land, and this is another Throwback Thursday edition of DoD TV.
This segment of DoD TV is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's.
Well, I guess we'll give her a try. Yeah, it's a southeast wind, and I don't have too many setups for a southeast wind. This is not a farm we hunt a whole lot, but the landowner says he sees big deer. We just don't have the best luck seeing him as he does, I guess. It's rather warm out. There's a little maybe chill to the air, but there's not much. It's been warm the whole rut. Been slow. We just haven't been seeing any deer. But you got to give it a try. You got to stay out here and keep trying.
Man, if the landowner says he's seeing big deer and he's a trustworthy individual, good for his word, then by all means don't be too proud to heed this valuable information. As a matter of fact, they can at times cut your infield scouting in half. Don't be afraid to ask the all-important questions like where a buck's been crossing a road each day, or where the does feed out into a field every night, or where the landowner's favorite stand is or used to be.
This is good action for, we did not expect this. We have a nice year and a half more buck chasing these two does that are definitely hot. These does are hot. So maybe something could happen tonight. Hopefully a bigger buck than him comes in. He's coming right in again. Buck. Oh my God, I can't even seen a big deer here all year, but I've been hunting this farm for 3 years. And the landowner keeps telling me about all these big deer he has. And that's one of them right there, I can guarantee you. Whew. Yes! Look at this impressive animal. This is just an awesome hunt. To get a deer when you go out in the evening and you didn't really even expect to, I'd all but given up almost on this rut because just weren't seeing big deer on their feet. We're seeing some deer out and trying to do the game, but it's just been too warm. It's been unseasonably warm. So we're kind of out and here he comes. I saw him just barely sneaking in, and he kind of came from behind us. Our wind was good. We had a southeast wind, which typically doesn't happen in the middle of November during rut, but we weren't in the stand an hour. We had geese flying over us, and I was hoping that was a good omen, and it ended up being, what a dream. This is a dream buck. I mean, I've hunted whitetails for some time, and this is my biggest buck ever, and it is a thrill. When he was 15 yards from you, that is a thrill right there. Looking at this at 15 yards away and trying to remain calm, it's hard to do.
Man, fantastic example of a mature deer being harvested on film. Great shot by Dave Reisner in that instance. Well, how do we know that he's mature? How do you know what any age a deer is when he comes walking through the woods? And that's a critical evolutionary point for you to become a better manager. You've got to start referring to deer by age class as opposed to, I saw a forkhorn, I saw a 6-point, I saw a 10-point. Well, what about I saw a 1.5-year-old, I saw a 2.5-year-old, I saw a 3.5-year-old 10-point. When you start looking at them in terms of age, you're on your way to becoming a better manager. Let's break it down and look at them age class by age class.
It is often said a yearling buck resembles a doe with antlers, which makes it relatively easy to discern. The 1.5-year-old buck will not have developed the swollen neck and muscular characteristics of older bucks. These bucks tend to have thin hindquarters and long, thin legs. Almost all yearlings have an antler spread less than 13 inches. The average size of a buck's antlers doubles between 1.5 and 2.5 years of age, so it is a great decision to let a yearling buck grow at least another year. The 2.5-year-old group is much more difficult than yearlings to judge. A majority of this age group still have antler spreads inside the ears. During the rut, this age class produces a limited amount of neck swelling due to muscle development, and the waist or area just in front of the back legs is relatively thin. Their hindquarters are much more filled in than the yearlings, but their legs appear to be long and lanky. Their racks are only 60% of the size they will be at full maturity. This age class has lots of growing to do before reaching full maturity, so it is best to let them grow at least another year. The ability to distinguish the 3.5-year-old age group is important to any management program. During the rut, the buck's neck is thickly muscled, yet there is still a distinct junction between the neck and shoulders. Some biologists compare its look to that of a well-conditioned racehorse. The chest region may begin to appear deeper than the hindquarter area. Inside spread of antlers typically is at or outside the ears. 3.5s are easily mistaken for mature deer. In reality, they have reached only about 75% of maximum antler development. Whitetail bucks physiologically mature by 4.5 years of age. By this age, they have almost all of the adult body mass and have lost the racehorse look. The neck region is fully muscled, giving the appearance of blending into the shoulders, and the waistline is as deep as the chest. Physiological maturity is closely associated with the maturing of a buck's antlers. By this age, the average buck will have grown about 90% of his total antler size. Fully matured bucks have a distinctive look that is undeniable once experienced. We group deer 5.5 years old and 6.5 years old into one age class. During the rut, the buck's neck blends completely into his shoulders, and his front half appears to be one large mass. His legs appear shorter than legs of younger deer, but this is an optical illusion because his chest is taking up more of the viewing area. Just as people in mature age, most mature bucks exhibit a sagging belly. Their eyes are squinty in appearance. Mature bucks often show battle scars such as torn ears, broken antler tines, and scratched necks.
Here's to never missing a day of hunting camp. Because with DeerCast, you can take camp with you all season long. Get ahead of your game.
We're adding new videos every week, so make sure to click that subscribe button and check out all of our amazing content. This episode of DoD TV was brought to you by Mossy Oak.